Hey, what is up, you guys? It is me, Gigi, or pretty much Creative Expression. I'm going to show you the upgrades, or the process of the upgrades of my own sword. That's not going to be a sword anymore. That used to be called the Beyond Imagination Sword. This is what it previously looks like right here. Yeah, I know, it looks pretty old. Yeah, I'm gonna have to fix it all and fix that gray stuff here. It's supposed to be energy of the world beyond from the from Rainbow Quest, pretty much. I'm gonna erase that. I'm just doing the best of my ability to fix it all. Okay, freak out, erasers. This is the rainbow side, galaxy side, imagination side, well, aka the purple pink side. And these two right here, where's the red and yellow side, which it resembles in Positive and Negative Steve, pretty much. The other side, well, first, this is the pink, or different side. This is the galaxy, another part and piece of the galaxy side. This is the time and elemental side, and this is the rainbow side. All this resembles in a hero's journey, a new story that's gonna come up later than sooner, and scattered fragments, especially this sword called the Old Dyson A's. I'm not gonna say what it's made out of yet. It's supposed to be a surprise. And this right here, I'm not gonna expose what it says yet. That's gonna be a surprise too. You might see a star like this that's relatable. I'm not gonna say what it is yet, or who the character is that's living embodiments of this. But in a way, I'm going to make sure that I keep all my plans in motion. I'm not going to expose much of my plans yet. What I am going to expose and what the items are. This is the Old Dyson A's. This is a mini room of a group. I'm not going to say which one yet as well. I'm not going to say, this is called the intersect or intersection, pretty much. I'm not going to expose much details about this one. It's going to be a surprise. This used to be the Beyond Imagination sword. This was a toy Minecraft sword. It still is, yes, but in a way, it's not going to be called a sword by me anymore. I'm going to fix this entire sword, and this is not going to be the way it is anymore. I'm going to continue to upgrade it piece by piece. In a way, I don't know if it'll take this entire day or the rest of this night to do it. Well, of course, no, I'm not going to stay up that late at night. Of course not. Of course not, I'm not going to do that. This right here is, well, used to be a sword. It's going to be something else now. It's going to be a different type of blade as well. Once the blade is done, that type of blade is done, I am going to make sure that I tell you guys what this blade is, but I'm not going to expose much detail. It's about imagination and more, and owned by me, aka a character, pretty much. Both a character and a real-life person, basically. I'm putting my real-life personality into this. Not my full real name, of course not, because that's personal information right at this point. This right here is a half line. And when you see this sword, you're gonna see, no matter what angle you're on when you look at it, it's only gonna show purple to your left and pink to your right. It's gonna have this star right here in the middle. It's not gonna be this type of star called the inner star. Well, kinda it is, but not really entirely. No, at the same time. It's going to be a hybrid between a type of star called the inner star, and more than that. Once I am done, I'm going to show you the finishing touch results of the entire project here. Once I am done, I'm going to make sure that I give you guys an update about this item, pretty much. I have to erase that. Dang it. Alright. And also, I'm also going to draw a picture of the actual amulet. It's not my made-up idea amulet, but I think it'll be a pretty cool idea to draw this amulet. I draw both my craft that I picture from my mind and the crafts of others that other masterminders have created themselves. Some still around today, and others that had their tragic downfall, such as Minecraft Story Mode, for example. I'm going to draw an amulet of the Order of the Stone on a paper like this, but not really with a star in the middle. It's going to take quite some time for me to work on it, because drawing this in a realistic version, in an animation realistic drawing version, can be quite the stick in the mud. I'm just going to say that. But I will make sure that I figure out a way to draw that amulet, pretty much. I do know the game. I do know the story, yes. I do know the half-truths, myths, and the way of lies. I do know the so-called heroes that use the command block to kill the Ender Dragon, everything. Including almost all the characters, Jesse, Lucas, Olivia, Axel, Petra, and Ivor, and who else here? White Pumpkin, Palma. I forgot the creator's name. The creator of Palma. What I do remember is the names of the previous members of the Order of the Stone. Gabriel, Magnus, Radar, and who else here? Ivor and Soren, pretty much. Soren, the architect? I mean, he pretty much amazes me, the way he does things. According to the story, he's an architect. An architect that builds things, and believe it or not, he is the real inventor. According to the story, he's the inventor of the amulets of the Order of the Stone. And according to the story, there were a group of builders, like ancient builders, that existed before the Order of the Stone. But we don't know what that group is called. That's the thing. That's quite the problem here. We don't know what that group is called. I drew these two random pictures. This is a panda one from a video. And this one is from another video. He's supposed to be Catnap from Puppy Playtime. But I think it messed up a little bit. I mean, it's still good. It's just that it's still good as well. But next time, maybe I can do better. Who knows? Eyes. Maybe. Nose? I mean, it's supposed to be smaller, not really bigger. If you guys know by now about this entire game, then yes, it's supposed to be smaller. I know that. I pretty much made a mistake of making it bigger. Oops. Oh, great. So, like I said, I'm going to let you know the updates about this. This is the string that was used for the particles of this sword, this X sword. That's what I'm going to call it. I am going to call this an X sword, which means that previously a sword, but not a sword anymore. It's going to be a different blade. That's me, a main protagonist of the hero's journey, is going to do. It's going to have in the story, not do, sorry. I'm going to have this type of blade in the story that is a blade, but at the same time, it's not a blade. It's also a different type of weapon that was crafted by me only. I'm the real masterminder behind this craft of a so-called only blade. This is a blade, but at the same time it's not. It's confusing. And you probably might recognize this guy, this little guy, Galaxy. You have somebody I knew made this for me, in a way. And I am planning on making him a character for one of my stories. What do you think? Let me know in your comments down below. This is all a great video for me to show. My first one got 41 views. That's right. My introduction to my channel, which used to be called Art Movies Gigi, but now I changed it to Creative Expression. It got 41 views. I mean, even though I never got comments from anybody saying anything, from none of you guys saying anything, but at the same time, that video got a lot of views. when I show the Applejacks in there as well. They're living apple organisms. I'm not going to explain much about them until they're expressed through my story. I'm not going to expose much. I've already done that to two YouTubers before, and my old ideas were used. I'm not going to say which ones right now because of privacy reasons. I mean, maybe I'll tell you in the future. I am planning on saying the truth, but until then, I mean, I don't know about that because of privacy reasons. Honestly, I'm more over the past right now. What I'm on to now is fixing both my old ideas and my new ones, and making them newer, and creating new versions of both, in a way. Like this sword, for example. This is a new idea. This is a new one. This is a new one. Get that string out of the way. Yeet. Either way. Wait. Is that a purple marker? Yoink. I got this one here. This paper right here is what I've been using to test the pictures. Not pictures, I mean, to put samples of colors, of crayons, markers, and everything. I think this marker right here is a perfect resemble of a brighter color for my new blade and non-blade at the same time. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. And believe it or not, this sword is made by two people of two different cultures in a powerful book with endless pages. I'm not going to expose much of this book. It's called the Book of Prosperity, pretty much. I'm not going to expose much about this blade. It's not a sword. It looks like one, yes, but it's not a sword. It's a different type of blade called the old Dyson A's. This idea pretty much came from me and somebody else, in a way. I mean, kinda, it's confusing. That friend of mine made a picture of a sword in the stone in a huge castle. It was a pretty good drawing, not gonna lie. And I used that, pretty much motivated me to create this blade known as the old Dyson A's, pretty much. I'm not gonna express too much about, oh man, what the heck, did I have gas? Sorry. I'm not gonna explain too much about this blade for privacy reasons. That's what I'm gonna say. All I'm gonna say is that this is not a sword. It's made by two different people of two different cultures, which what makes the sword special, and what also makes it special is it resembles a part of a group, pretty much. It resembles a clone of a fallen variant from Ruined Reality that's part of a group, pretty much. He's part of this group as well. This character is called the Purifist, aka Puri. He's a clone of the main protagonist of Ruined Reality due to his downfall because of the Soul Eater. I'm not gonna expose that much because, for a fact, that all this can go wrong if I expose too much, have too much, spoilers about everything, in particular in general. He's part of a prophecy as well. I'm not going to say what the prophecy is yet, but it will be exposed in my own story in the future called Scattered Fragments. That's right, Scattered Fragments. Scattered Fragments has this guy as the main protagonist of the story, and I am his guide to guide him to his own path. I'm not going to say what kind of path yet, but in a way, you guys will have to find out later than sooner in the future. Who knows? Maybe sooner than later, or maybe later than sooner. Who knows? Anyways, that is it for today's video. I am your host, Creative Expression. I really do hope that you guys enjoyed this video of watching my progress on this stuff that I'm working on. If you did enjoy this video, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications bell, so that way you won't miss any video that I post in this channel right now, right here. I'm your host, Creative Expression, like I said, and I will see you in another Anything video. Goodbye.